In this video, I'll show you the best crypto cards to use right now, including the fees and limits and the availability of them, and any offers that you might be able to get. Now, there are two main different types of crypto cards. The first is DeFi cards, where we link our card to a wallet and we fund the card through a crypto wallet. If you're crypto native, that might be the best option for you. If not, then you might just want to use a centralized exchange card like Binance, Coinbase, something like that. And these cards are great as well. And they're part of a huge card program that's going to be, tacked on to the exchange app that you use. Now, I'll leave the details of all of these apps down in the description, and any offers that you might be able to get, I'll leave links for those as well down in the description. If you're signing up, you may be able to get a bonus when you sign up for the cards. I'll show you DeFi native cards firstly, and all this means is that you fund the card via a crypto wallet instead of a centralized exchange. So they get you to open up the wallet firstly. Then once you've got the wallet, you can apply for the card and link it to that wallet. And then you just fund the card with stable coins in your wallet. If that sounds a lot of a hurdle for you, then you might want to go for the centralized exchange apps, which I'll discuss in a second. And if you want to know how to use wallets, I've got a bunch of videos. I'll leave them all in the description. But there's no centralized exchange here. So the way that you fund your card is through getting stable coins into the wallet. Now, MetaMask is one of the biggest wallets in crypto. And the way that you fund your card is by putting stable coins on one of the supported networks like Base or Linear. Once you've done that, the card is funded and you can spend the balance on there. Now, for MetaMask, there's two versions. There's a free version, which is fine, and you get 1% cash back on that right now, which is brilliant. Or there is a premium metal card that you have to pay for. I think it's $100, and that's a 3% cash back right now and no foreign FX fees. So if you spend on in a currency that isn't the currency of the card, you might have an extra FX fee as well. And in the terms and conditions right now, that's 0.5%, which isn't actually that bad either. So it's pretty decent all around. And it's going to be a MasterCard. It's a digital card unless you pay for the metal version, which obviously is a metal card, and they send that to you, but you have to pay for it. The MetaMask card is supported in many different countries, so I think that's a very good card. If you want to get into something and you've got a wallet, you can add it anyway, and it's free for the digital card, so you may as well have it to see how it works. Now, secondly is Ether.fi, which is very Ethereum-centric. So the way that Ether.fi works is that it's really good if you have some ETH. If you've got ETH, you can essentially stake it with Ether.fi, get your staking rewards, which you would probably be doing anyway, but then you get some extra benefits on the Ether.fi card. So the way this works is that they actually get you to download a separate app, and that's your card app, and then you can put your crypto in there and then stake it, get your cash back and rewards, and spend on the card in the app as well. So right here, there is a physical card that, again, you have to pay for. If you don't want that, you can get the free digital card. 3% cash back on all purchases. That's for the higher tiers. You can add it to Apple and Google Pay. For all of these cards, you can add it to Apple and Google Pay with a digital card. We come down here, you can see the rewards. This is just based on what level of your club membership that you're in. And this is dependent on maybe referrals. So if you make referrals, you can get up, but also how much you have staked in the platform as well in terms of ETH or stablecoins. Cashback, 2% going up. And as you can see here, you just get a bunch of extra rewards on the higher tiers. So you get concierge, priority support in the higher tiers. On the basic tier, you don't get that, but you've got a card that you can spend on. I think the FX fee is 1%. So if you're spending in a currency that isn't the currency of the card, and I believe it's a USD only card, then that's going to be a 1% on top. Now, for support, most countries, except in the US, a bunch of states aren't allowed here. So again, you'll have to figure that out for yourself. But if you've got ETH and you stake it anyway, then you're going to get extra rewards for spending on this card if you stake it with Ether.fi. Even though these are DeFi cards, you still have to perform KYC when applying for them. So within the app, when you apply for the card, it will get you to show them a form of ID and then scan your face to prove that it's you. Now, once you've opened that account with the card, it will issue that to you, and then it will link that card to the wallet that you're using. The wallet here is just the go-between to actually fund the card with some value, and you're doing that with stablecoins through the wallet itself, but the cards are still KYC to you. That's the same with Blofin wallet as well. The fees are a little bit higher here than the others. You can see that there's an $11 issuance or activation fee for the card that you have to pay. And then from there, the FX fee is 2% on purchases if you're spending on a currency outside of that of the card. And the way that you do that right now is putting USDC in your Blofin wallet on the Arbitrum network, although I believe they will add support for Solana in the future as well, and probably some other Ethereum networks as well. But if you really just use wallets and you really do want to spend your stable coins, then this is a great option, right? And the others are as well. And you can spend stable coins. You don't have to off-ramp them or put them into a bank or a centralized exchange or anything else. Most of us are probably going to be looking at the big centralized exchange providers to offer us some sort of card. This is going to be the easiest way. Most of us get into crypto through centralized exchanges, so you have an on-ramp there. You've got your crypto on the exchange anyway, so if you can apply for a card, it's going to be a lot easier. And for the most part, they just add the card onto many other services as well, so it's going to be way more convenient. Now, Binance is the biggest crypto exchange in the world, but their card only runs in Brazil, Colombia, and Peru right now. Now, I'm sure they want to expand this over time, so by the time you're watching this video, it may be in your country as well. But, you know, what do you get? Up to 3% cash back. It's going to be linked to certain currencies. So if you've got BNB coin, you probably get some good benefits here. And fees on Binance are extremely low for the most part for most things. So let's see if that comes to more regions. But as of right now, the biggest and most available cards are right here. So I'm focusing mostly on UK, Europe, US, Canada, Australia, right? The kind of countries that, you know, I'd be looking at cards in. So you've got most of these cards, which will work perfectly in most of these countries, except for Coinbase. Now, Coinbase have changed their card offering recently to kind of USA only with an Amex card. And that's called the Coinbase One card. So if you're in the US, that's probably going to be, without a doubt, like the major card that you'll be looking at. If you have crypto, it's probably on Coinbase, and so you're looking at that card. The rest are available in many different countries here. And Revolut, of course, isn't exactly a crypto card, but in many countries, they do offer crypto trading and custody. And so you can just sell the crypto to fiat currency and then use that fiat currency in the card pretty easily. So again, most of these are either MasterCard or Visas, except for the Coinbase, which is an Amex card in the USA. I do have the Bybit card myself and use it regularly. If you have a Bybit account, you can see if it's available for you. Europe, Australia, and a few other countries, certainly some in South America as well, you can use this card. So rest of the world, Argentina, Brazil, Mexico, as you can see here. If you're in rest of the world, it depends where you live. You may get issued a Euro card if you're in Europe. If not, then you'll have a US dollar denominated card. The reason why that's important is because when you spend on the card, there may be FX fees involved. So for example, for me, I have a US dollar denominated card, and if I spend in the UAE, then I have to do a foreign transaction from USD to AED, which is an extra charge on top. If you're spending USD to USD, then there's no extra charge, right? Because the card issuer, in this case MasterCard, won't have to do an FX. But what you get here is fairly low fees and good cash back all the time. So even in the lower tiers, I think you get 2% cash back. Now for me, I get some extra fees on the charge because of the FX. So that 2% cash back kind of just pays for that. So I'm kind of, you know, not really paying extra for any of the FX fees. Of course, this can change over time. With Bybit as well, what you can do is put stablecoins into the card app, and then you can put them in the Earn platform. So your stablecoins are earning some yield whilst they wait to be spent. It's a great app if you have the account already. It's just easy to apply for the card. You can have a digital card, and then you can apply for the physical card as well, which they can send you. But you've done your KYC already if you're trading on Bybit. It's super easy. I'll just show you the fees here and everything. You can screenshot this if you want to know the fees in your region. Coinbase has recently changed their card programs, and I looked as of making this video in the UK for the Coinbase card, which seemingly isn't available for me to apply for anymore. So I'm sure they've taken that away. The only active card that I've found right now is in the USA, where Coinbase issue the Coinbase One card. And different to all other card programs, this is actually an Amex. And if you're in the USA, if you hold crypto on a crypto exchange, there's like a 90% chance that you hold it on Coinbase. So if you have a Coinbase One subscription, you can also apply for the card. The Coinbase One subscription starts at $50 a year, and then there's 2 other tiers on top of that, and you get a bunch of benefits like no trading fees on a certain amount of volume, and other fees you get much lower as well. Plus, you can apply for the card if you have the subscription. It's an Amex card. There aren't extra fees on this. You get good ATM withdrawals for free as well. And one of the main benefits of the card is that it gives you cash back in Bitcoin, so 2 to 4%. The way this works is that you have to have a certain amount of crypto on the platform, and it starts at $10,000. So if you have $10,000 of crypto, you can get 2% cash back. Now, if that goes up higher and higher, you can get all the way up to 4% cash back paid in Bitcoin. I think that's pretty good if you are using Coinbase, right? If you just want that to be your financial app and you think the Coinbase subscription is worth it for you and you're paying for it for, other benefits as well, then this may be a good card. The problem with Coinbase is the fees are very high. Obviously, if you're paying for Coinbase One, those are taken away, but they still include a spread in the price that you pay. So just watch out for that. So that's like a small extra fee that they don't kind of tell you about. It's in the price when you change crypto. But if you're not changing crypto too much, it doesn't matter too much. From what I read in the terms and conditions, no FX fees on the card right now as well. So that's an extra bonus. If you're in the US and you hold a bit of crypto on Coinbase, it may be a good option for you. I think the longest running card program in crypto is the Crypto.com card program. So this is available in the most regions, US, UK, Europe, and a bunch of other regions. Singapore, I think, as well. So this is very widely available. And they've changed this a lot over time. Recently, they have just changed the tiers and the names of them. So instead of being called Ruby and Indigo now, it's just Basic, Plus, Pro, and Private. You get higher benefits. And in order to get into these tiers, you can do one of two things. Previously, what you did was you had to buy a certain amount of Crypto.com's exchange coin called CRO. Let's say $500 worth for the Plus. You would buy $500 worth of CRO and you would have to stake it for 12 months. After that 12 months, you could unstake it. But if you wanted to keep that tier, you can't unstake it, right? So you'd have to buy the CRO, stake it. You can unlock it after 12 months, but if you want to keep the card tier, don't unlock it. Now, what you can do also is just pay a dollar amount each month, a little bit like Coinbase One. So for the basic tier, you don't have to pay anything and you can get the card. If you want Plus, that's either $5 a month, or you can still just buy $500 of CRO and stake it for 12 months. For Pro, it's $30 a month, or you buy $5,000 of CRO and stake it for 12 months and you keep it in there to get the card tiers. What you get is spending rewards and also fee-free trading for a certain amount. And that's going to go up depending on which tier that you're in. So 1.5% spending rewards for basics, pretty good. 3.5% for Plus, and Pro is 4.5%. You get those spending rewards in CRO, so the CRO coin. And once you've factored in some trading fees and some spreads and the cost of the card, these spending rewards obviously come down a lot. So for example, in order to load the card, you will have to go from, let's say, a stablecoin into a fiat balance on the card. They will charge you a fee here, maybe 1% or so. Now, if you want to, if you have the CRO benefits from spending, so you get 3% back, then you get that in CRO coin. Now, what you'd have to do is sell that to a stablecoin and then load the card again. That's 2 transactions with a trading fee in between. So these spending rewards, what they're really doing is just kind of paying you back for the fees that you'd pay anyway to actually use the card. So you might not be getting too much extra in terms of rewards, but at least if you're using the card regularly, most of the fees should be taken away with these spending rewards. Much like Coinbase and every other financial app now, it's not just crypto trading. You can trade stocks and other things in the apps as well. So these tiers aren't just for the card. They give you 0 trading fees per month, depending on which tier that you're in. They do also include a spread in the price as well, just like Coinbase. So you are still paying a fee, but you're not getting the extra trading fees on top that they charge you if you're in these tiers. You get extra APY on cash. So if you have cash balances in Crypto.com, they'll pay you extra yield on that, depending on your tier as well. And the percentage that you get back in CRO depends on your tier. The major thing with Crypto.com is that they don't charge an FX fee or a foreign FX fee if you're spending in a currency outside the card. I have the Crypto.com card, it's US dollar denominated. I often spend in different currencies and there's no FX fee on that. It just gives you the proper interbank rate, which is great. Now they make their fees in other ways. When you load the card, you have to pay a fee and so on. So they do make their fees already, but there isn't an extra FX fee on top of the payments that you make on the Crypto.com card. At least that's, for me, in different regions, it may be a little bit different. A lot of people use the Kraken crypto exchange as well. If you do have an account here, then you can use your same account details to log into their new payments app, which is known as Crack. I don't know why we've got another new app. I think this would just work well in the Kraken application and then have Kraken Pro for trading. But here we are, another new app. This is actually pretty good at the moment. It's in the UK and EU right now, but they are looking to expand it to other regions. Up to 1% cash back on everything, which is very good. And also you get 0 fees. So FX fees, ATM withdrawal fees, or monthly fees, 0 fees right now. There are going to be some terms and conditions and limits on that, so you can check the terms and conditions. I'll leave all of the links to all of the card programs, any offers or sign-up bonuses. That will all be down below in the description. But if you're using Kraken, you can have the Krak app as a payments app. And what you do is just put your crypto on here. You'll have balances here. For example, global USD and some other stable coins. You can just have that, spend them very easily on the card. Digital card, and there is also a metal card that you can buy as well. You have to pay extra for this one. 50,000 combined assets on Krak to get that. So maybe not a lot of people have this, but the digital card is going to work very well. EU, UK, it's going to be perfect. And fees are very low on Kraken, pretty competitive overall. A great option for many people as well, maybe simply just using Revolut. Now, Revolut isn't a crypto app and this isn't a crypto card, but Revolut do offer crypto trading. Now, if you have a Revolut account, definitely go and download Revolut X if you can. Revolut X is Revolut's crypto trading app. You log in with your same account details and all of your balances are shared between the two apps. Revolut X is way cheaper on the trading fees, so you can buy all of the major cryptos, and if you want to spend them, you just simply go to Revolut X, sell your crypto for fiat currency, switch it over to Revolut, and it's automatically in your Revolut account to spend on your Revolut card. The initial Revolut card is free as well. There are some extra tiers. I've got videos on Revolut and how to use Revolut X as well. I'll leave everything in the description. But for most people, if you're just looking to hold a few crypto assets as an investment and then just sell them when you need to spend them, it's going to be really easy, and it's not a crypto card, but it's going to give you everything that you want, which is just getting your crypto, selling it for currency, and then spending on the card.